Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, dear students, and welcome to our science class. So today is Tuesday, and the date is 2nd of February 2021. We're learning about how does matter changes. We're going to learn about how does matter changes. Today, we're going to learn from the video. So let's watch it together and listen. One, two, three. Are you ready?
It's the middle of summer. Pete was looking for something to do. He needed money for an MP3 player, so he decided to open a lemonade stand. After all, who doesn't want a glass of cold, tangy lemonade on a hot day? During the day, he noticed some changes as the temperature changed. Click each hotspot to see some of these changes. When you're done, click the next arrow to discover more about how things change. Lemonade is much better when it is very cold. Pete used ice cubes from the freezer to cool the drinks. Did you know that the frozen ice cubes were once liquid water? When water is put into the freezer, it changes into ice.
So, this is the first change of matter that we learned, freezing. When liquid water changed to ice, now this kid with his mom is adding ice to the lemonade. So the ice, when it melts, it will cool down the lemonade. Now let's take a look at the second one.
Ah, delicious cold lemonade. Does your mouth pucker at the thought of it? Mine does. I love it when lemonade is really cold. The water droplets that appear on the outside of the glass come from water vapor in the air cooling.
So, there are water droplets from the outside of the cup. From where do you think they came from? They came from the gas that cooled down and then gas turned to liquid. When gas turning to liquid, we call it condensation.
Pete and his mom and dad worked together to make the lemonade. They even squeezed their own lemons. Their recipe was perfect, and they sold out in no time. They had to use frozen lemonade from the store for the next batch. When the lemonade concentrate was taken out of the freezer, it started to melt. Eventually, Pete mixed it with water and went back to work.
Of course, when you take out ice from the freezer, it will start to melt. Why? Because outside the freezer, it's really hot. So when you add heat to solid, it will turn to liquid. Very good. Now let's see the next slide.
Welcome to the lesson, How Does Matter Change? In this lesson, you'll learn how matter can change when heat is added or taken away. The vocabulary words for this lesson are condensation and evaporation. Click each word to find out more about it.
So the most important thing over here is for matter to change, you need to add heat or to take away heat. And this is what we are going to learn. When we add heat, what is going to happen? And when we take away heat, what is going to happen?
It's a snowstorm. When tiny drops of water fall through very cold air, heat moves from the water to the cold air. Then the water may change from a liquid to a solid. Small droplets of liquid water in the air freeze into solid ice crystals. This makes snow. Most snow crystals are very small, but they can stick together in large clumps that we call snowflakes. When snowflakes are heavy enough, they fall to the ground.
So, snowflakes are solid, liquid, or gas? What do you think, ya Khalid? Snowflakes. I think they are liquid.
No.
Okay, so what they are then?
Gas.
Gas? Why? You can't see them? Are they invisible, snowflakes?
No.
You can see them. You can touch it. When you touch it, it feels solid.
Cold.
So, yes.
Cold.
So snowflakes are solid. First of all, they were liquid, but because the weather is too cold, they turn to solid. Because we took away the heat.
Water that makes snow is a kind of matter. Matter can exist in different states. 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. Click play to learn more about the 3 states of matter. This coin is a solid. Solids have their own shape and can be hard. The windshield washer fluid is a liquid. Liquids will take the shape of the container they are added to.
So you are an expert in solid, liquid, and gas. We all know that solid have its own shape and liquid will definitely take the shape of the container. What about gas? Who can tell me? Gas. Does gas have the shape of the container or have its own shape or what? Hi, ya Ahmed. Yes, ya Ahmed.
Take space in container.
Excellent. It will fill up the space in the container. Very good, ya Ahmed.
Gases also take the shape of their container, but they are often invisible and they spread out to take up all the space in their container. The helium in the balloons is a gas.
Oh, so also helium inside the balloons are gas. Very good. Let's see next.
We use water every day. Water can look very different depending on whether it's a solid, a liquid, or a gas. Click each image to learn more about states of water.
Let's start with this one.
Ice cubes can make your drink nice and cold. When water freezes, it becomes ice. Ice is the solid form of water. Have you ever helped water a garden? When water is a liquid, it flows, like the water running out of this hose.
So we know the states of water, how it can be gas, liquid. Now, let's see, solid, liquid, and let's see how it can be gas.
On a warm, sunny day, this puddle will gradually disappear. That's because the liquid water is turning to an invisible gas that mixes with the air. When water is a gas, it's called water vapor.
Okay, this is one example of water which changes to gas. When it's a sunny day and it's very hot, all the water in the ground will dry. Is that right? Now, think about if you spill some water on your t-shirt, what your mom's gonna do? How will you dry it? With what? You need air and you need some heat. What would you use to dry your t-shirt? Hi, ya Ismail. Yes, ya Ismail.
We need a gas.
Okay, you need to dry this water. What are you going to use? Maybe hair dryer? Yes, because it blows heat, a lot of heat, and you need heat to dry all the water. Then water will turn from the liquid state to the gas state. Thank you, Yasma'il. Thank you very much. Now let's see the next one. Please do not write on my screen.
Can you identify the three states of matter in this picture? Drag each label to the correct part of the picture.
Salim. Yes, yes, Salim.
Can you identify the three states of matter in this picture? Drag each label to the correct part of the picture.
Now I want you to tell me. Look at the picture over here. Which part is solid, which part is liquid, and which part is gas? Choose one. What about this area? Is it solid, liquid, or gas? The color for one. Looks like a plant. This is coral.
Orange.
Yes, it is a coral. A coral is gas, liquid or solid?
Solid.
Excellent, ya Salim. Very good, well done. Let's see Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman, the oxygen that this one needs, that the person needs, the oxygen inside the bottle, is it liquid or gas?
Gas.
Definitely gas. Excellent, thank you. Yes, ya Hamza. What about the water in the ocean? What is the water in the ocean, ya Hamza?
Water in the ocean, liquid.
Excellent, ya Hamza. Bravo.
Nice work. You know how solids, liquids, and gases are different. If you've ever seen an ice cube melting or a puddle of water drying up in the sun, you've seen matter changing from one state of matter to another. How does that happen? Water changes from a solid to a liquid or from a liquid to a gas when heat is added to it. Click each picture to learn how adding heat changes matter.
So, adding heat can be two processes, solid to a liquid or liquid to a gas. Only these two states can happen when you add heat. Now let's take a look at this picture. When you add heat, how matter will change?
There are three main states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. All three states are present in this image. Solid ice, liquid water, and invisible water vapor in the air. Adding heat energy changes matter in each state. Solid water, or ice, can change to a liquid when heat is added to it. The ice in this picture will slowly melt into water as it warms up. When heat is added to liquid water, it can change to a gas. This process is called evaporation. As heat from the sun warms the water in this tide pool, it will turn to a gas called water vapor.
So when you add heat to liquid water, water will turn to gas, and it will turn to gas by... Okay, sorry, by mistake. Close it. So, in this process, we call it evaporation. From the word water vapor, it is evaporation. So, when liquid turn to gas, it is evaporation. Say it again. Evaporation. Excellent, ya Salim. Evaporation. Very good. So evaporation, when liquid water turns to gas, to water vapor. What does it need? It needs to add heat. You need to add heat. Like when you boil some water. When you boil some water, this is evaporation. You are adding heat to the water so it can evaporate.
Sometimes, especially in mountainous areas, you can see water rising from a lake in the form of mist or fog. You've learned that adding heat can change matter from one state to another. Now let's learn how taking away heat
Now
changes
this is the
matter.
opposite.
Click each image to find out
This
more.
is totally the opposite. When we take away heat, now we are not adding heat. We're gonna cool everything down and take away heat, so everything will be cold. Now, when everything is cold, let's see what happens, how matter can change.
Can you find water in all three of its forms in this picture? There is solid ice on the shore and liquid water in the stream. There is also water vapor in this picture. It's in the air, but you can't see it because it's an invisible gas.
Exactly.
Taking away heat can change a gas into a liquid. We call this process condensation. An example of condensation occurs when the temperature inside a cloud drops and water vapor changes to a liquid. What do you think might happen next? The drops of liquid water in the cloud fall to the ground. It rains.
Very good. So the second word in our lesson today, it's condensation. Condensation is when you take away heat. See? The first one was evaporation. We added heat. But now, when we took away heat from the gas, it turns to liquid. Why? Because it condenses. Condensation. So condensation, when you take away heat and gas turns to liquid, then finally it will rain. Very good.
Taking away heat can also change a liquid to a solid. That's why the pond in this picture is frozen. When it gets cold enough, liquid water can turn to solid ice. This process is called freezing.
So, taking away heat can cause freezing. Definitely, liquid water can turn to solid. It will freeze because there's no temperature, there's no heat. All the heat we took away, so it is freezing. Look at this pond. This pond is completely freezing.
You've learned that adding heat causes changes in matter. Before we move on, try answering this question. Which of these examples shows adding heat to matter? Click the correct answers. Remember, you can roll over the pictures to find out what they are.
Now, this is a great question and great exercise. I want you to tell me which of these pictures is showing when you add heat. When you add heat, what happens? Evaporation or freezing? Melting or condensation? When you add heat. Let's start with Seth. Tell me, Seth, when you add heat, is it evaporation or freezing?
Evaporation.
Excellent.
Awesome! Heat is being added to the water in the pot.
What about you, Ya Abdelilah? When I add heat, what happens? Is it melting or condensation? When you add heat, Ya Abdelilah? Can you open your mic? Excellent.
Good work. For ice to melt, it must take heat in. Great job! When heat is added, liquids can turn to gas, and solids can turn to liquids. Adding heat can cause water in a pot on the stove to evaporate. It can also cause an ice cube to melt. Adding heat does not cause water to freeze into ice cubes or water vapor to condense into raindrops. Those things happen when heat is taken away.
So freezing and condensation must happen when you take away heat, only when you take away heat. Very good.
Some changes in matter happen when heat is added. Some changes in matter happen when heat is added. Other changes happen when heat is taken away. Can you tell which is which? Sort these pictures to show which things happen when heat is taken away and which happen when heat is added.
Let's try with Amir.
Drag each image to the correct box. Remember, you can click the pictures to find out what they are.
Cooking happens when you take away heat or you add heat. For cooking, what do you need?
Add heat.
Excellent, very good. Ismail, what about ya Ismail? Cooling the food. When you need to cool the food, put it in refrigerator. Do you add heat or you take away heat? Cool.
What?
When you want to cool down the food. Please, ya Amir, close your mic. When you want to cool down the food, you want to make it cold. Do you take away heat or you add heat?
That's not good.
Ismail, look at the fridge over here. Can you see the fridge?
Yes.
Okay. Do you take away heat or it gives you heat? Make things cold or hot?
Cold.
Cold. So do you take away heat or you add heat?
Taking away heat.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Okay, Abdurrahman. Abdurrahman.
What?
When evaporation, taking away heat or add heat?
Add heat.
Excellent, ya Abdurrahman. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Let's see someone else who wants to participate. Raise your hand. Let me see you boys. I want to hear someone new. Let's see. Saud, do you want to answer, ya Saud? Saud, are you here? What about Talal?
Yes.
Okay, Saud. First Saud and then Talal, okay? Saud, when ice cream is melting, do you take away heat or you add heat?
You add heat.
Bravo! Excellent, ya Saud. I'm so proud of you. Okay, let's see Talal. Talal? Talal Iyad, can you open your mic, my dear?
Okay.
Now tell me, Talal, freezing. When ice cubes, you put it in freezer, freezing. Do you take away heat or you add heat?
You take away heat.
Excellent, ya Talal. Bravo, bravo, bravo. Good job. Thank you, ya Talal. Now let's see. عبد الإله البادي. عبد الإله. عبد الإله.
Yes, miss.
Okay, عبد الإله. Condensation. When gas turns to liquid, do you take away heat or you add heat?
Add heat.
Are you sure? Condensation.
No.
So you take away or you add?
Take away.
Excellent.
You got it. When heat is taken away, gases can turn to liquids, and liquids can turn to solids. Taking heat away can cause water to freeze into ice cubes, or water vapor to turn into drops of water on a cold window. When heat is added, solids can turn to liquids, and liquids can turn to gases. Adding heat can make ice cream melt, or make water evaporate from your wet hair.
All right. Now let's see. Hattan, can you open your mic, please? Hattan, are you here?
Yes, miss.
How are you, Hattan? Long time no see.
Hi, miss.
Hello, how are you?
What should I do?
I want to ask you, we learned two new things. They are condensation and evaporation. One of them happens when you add heat. The other one happens when you take away heat. Can you tell me, Condensation. Do we take away heat or we add heat?
We take away heat.
Excellent. Just like melting or freezing?
Melting.
Take away. You take away. Freezing. Excellent. Excellent. And when you add heat, ya Hattan? Melting or freezing when you add?
Melting.
Melting. What about condensation or evaporation? When you add? What again?
You're melting.
Okay. Is it condensation or evaporation when you add some heat?
Concentration.
Evaporation. Thank you very much, Hattan. Thank you.
I don't know what's wrong, but my voice hurts.
Great job! You've learned a lot about how matter changes when heat is added or taken away. Let's review the main ideas from the lesson. Matter exists in different states. 3 states of matter are solid, liquid, and gas. When heat is added to liquid water, it turns to water vapor. This is called evaporation. When heat is taken away from water vapor, it turns to drops of liquid water. This is called condensation. Adding or taking away heat can change the states of matter. Adding heat can change a solid to a liquid, or it can change a liquid to a gas. Taking away heat can change a liquid to a solid, or it can change a gas to a liquid. Now that you've finished this lesson, if you wish, you can go back and review any part of the lesson again.
Very good, very good. We've finished for today, guys. Do you have any question? If you have any question, raise your hand. Yes, ya Hamza.
The lesson is so easy.
Alhamdulillah, very good. So did you enjoy it?
Yes.
All right, very good. Thank you. Yes, ya Ahmed.
Love you.
I love you more. Thank you. Yes, ya Ismail.
The lesson was cool.
Nice, very nice. Because you are cool, ya Ismail. Thank you. Yes, ya Abdulillah.
Miss, I love you.
I love you more, ya Abdulillah. I love you more. Okay, boys. Thank you for participating and being here. Enjoy your break. Enjoy the day. We'll see you, inshallah, tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye, boys. You have your break now. Bye.